everybody. Oh, I'm way too quiet. Hold on. That's a little too loud. Oh, God. There. No. Hey. What's going on? Oh my god, we're already back! Wow. I feel like I say that every time, we're already back, but it's like, you know, for me, it's, you know, I end a stream and then all of a sudden I sleep, I eat, I do something, then we're back. It's that quick. It's crazy. It's so quick. But how are you guys doing? I see Ink and Ethan. Ink and Ethan, how are you guys doing today? Ethan, Ink. I'm sorry, I should do it in the order that you guys actually typed. So stressed right now. Hopefully some writing will be good. Definitely. Definitely. I really hope so. Hope it helps. A little fun. Just get your mind off of things, you know? We'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. Let's turn this guy down a little bit. Why am I so quiet today? What's happening? I'm like abnormally quiet. Normally I'm not this quiet on stream. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. Oh my god, the playlist was so cute. Thank you so much, Ink. Seriously. All right, we're gonna swap over to some different music. There we go. Let's try that. All right, so I will again, for the billionth time, you're gonna hear this a bunch today, so get used to this little spiel, but it's gonna happen a bunch. So we are doing writing today. Writing is so much fun. I love writing, and I hope that you'll enjoy it too. So essentially what we're doing is I will be picking, let's say, we'll start with 3 random words. It can be any word whatsoever. So we're gonna generate random words. Brand, dive, and conservative. So what I will do so that you can see the words is I'll bring them to the bottom of the screen. So we have brand, dive, and conservative. Then what I will do is I will say, all right, we have 1/2 hour to write something with those words. So I'll start the timer and we'll begin writing. We can write anything that you want. It can be a haiku, it can be a short story, anything you want, anything you want. And let me just zoom this in so you can actually see. There we go. That's a bit better. Anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything you'd like to write about. Anything that you'd like to submit. There are some rules. Those rules are going to be in the chat right now. I'm writing a novel. Y'all better not judge. There is no judgment. And these are just test random words. These are just totally tester words. We'll have random ones that'll come on screen when we're ready to go. I just like to give people a minute just to get in. But so for this example, let's say this example, the words are right over here. They're right down there. The current words would be brand, dive, and conservative. So you'd use those 3 words somewhere within your story, your poem, your haiku. It can be anything that you can think of. Anything that's creative and fun and yours. As long as it's yours. So once that you have the idea and you want to submit something, hey, in the chat, you'll find a link to either a Google form where you can submit from there, or you can just email whatever you're doing, whether that's a document, a PDF, anything at all, over to chargeandchuckster@gmail.com. That email's gonna change, but we're gonna use that old email for now. So that's the spiel. That's my elevator speech for you. Hope it wasn't too boring, but you're gonna hear it a bunch. You're gonna hear this speech a bunch. I'm going to put the words in chat. Yeah, I can put the words in chat. Those are just tester words. Those aren't the actual words that we're gonna start with. All right. We all have a half hour to go. You know what I mean? We all have 1/2 hour to make something using whatever random words this comes up with. So this is another example. Private fuel bloodshed, cheap continental mutation. It can be a bunch of random anything. And then you have a half hour. We all start at those words were good. I know, every time I do it, I feel bad for doing it because those words were good. So I will, no more examples. They're too good. But I'll put the words in the chat. They'll also be on screen the entire time. So no matter what, they'll be on screen. You can find it. If it's going to help you to mute my stream, that way you can focus on your own creative endeavor, please do so. That way you can focus on your writing. Come back here. You can look at the timer on the screen. Know when a half hour is up. Come right back and submit your writing, and we'll read it right out loud for everybody. It'll be really cool. There's no judgment whatsoever. No judgment. This is copyright-free music. This is copyright-free music. That's what I'm doing. Why? Is this copywritten? Are we getting some kind of copyright strike? Somebody coming after us? Also, is my stream like totally crashing and burning? I feel like it might be. I don't mean like, am I crashing and burning? I feel like my internet's crashing and burning. And I can't tell. Yeah, I am in the middle of a crash currently. That's great. I can't tell. I think I'm crashing. My cam's a bit choppy. All right. What we can do to hopefully minimize this is get rid of that, get rid of this, minimize that. Let's try that. And let's check what Wi-Fi network we're on. All right, we're on the right Wi-Fi, so that's good. It's just gonna be what it is, unfortunately. I'm not sure why I'm crashing, but I'm crashing pretty hard here. Let me get my phone off the Wi-Fi. That might help a little bit. Did that help? That looks like it helped. That looks like it helped a lot, actually. Wow. Yeah, no, that works. We should be back. We should be back. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna give it a bit. I don't want to start right away. Let's say, you know, we got a few people in chat, actually. We have quite a few people here. So let's say we'll give it a few more minutes. We'll get 5:15. We'll start right on 5:15. How's that? Sound good, everybody? If anybody has any objections, please place them below. I will see them. I will respond to them. So hyped, won't lie. This is really fun, honestly. It's a very fun little... It gets your mind going. Gets your mind off of random things, you know. Got build a bitch on repeat. Let's do this. Got build a bitch? What's build a bitch? Is that like a song? I'm assuming it's a song. I don't know why. What else build a bitch would be besides a song. How was everybody's day today? While we're waiting. I came in from I just went on a 29-mile bike ride. Patrick and I just went out for a little bike ride. That's been my day. I woke up at like 6:30 this morning. Got ready, ate breakfast, got out of the house, went on a bike ride. It was 14 one way. We got some food, 14 back. It was about an hour out from where I live, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I got home at 4:30. So they say, Bella build a bitch. You don't get to pick and choose. That's what they say, I suppose. Taking your word on that. That is what they say. Also, how does this sound, everybody? Is the music and my vocals mixed well? I turned down the music just a little bit, that way you can kind of focus on my voice, especially when I'm reading things out loud. A common complaint was that the music was just a tad too loud. So I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. That way it's not too overpowering. Let's come back here. Awesome. I'm very excited for this. Today is the 16th, not 17th, 16th in the year 2021 too. There we go. All right, and you can hear me well. I sound good when I am typing because I'm looking directly at my keyboard. Perfect. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be so much fun. We only have 2 more minutes, everybody. We only got 2 more minutes, so get ready. Get ready. Get those creative juices flowing. You know, take a moment. Take a deep breath. Get ready. Get ready. Let me go get some honey buns. Go get some honey buns. This sounds good. I want some honey buns. I'm jealous. Can I have one of your honey buns? If you don't mind. If you don't mind sharing virtually, I would appreciate a honey bun. A virtual honey bun, too. So you're not even losing any of your actual real honey buns. But if you would care to give up a virtual honey bun, I would be very grateful for the virtual honey bun. And a Dr. Pepper. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for the virtual honey bun. I'm not a huge soda fan. I don't do chocolate, bacon, peanut butter, or soda. Chocolate, bacon, peanut butter, soda. Those are the 4 things that I do not eat. Chocolate, bacon, peanut butter, soda. Most of the times I say that out loud to somebody, and they respond with, bacon I understand, but soda? Or peanut butter I understand, but chocolate? It's always, I understand one of them, but this thing, I couldn't live without it. That's what everybody says to those four items. Chocolate, bacon, peanut butter, soda. They're like American staples, you know? It's not a thing for me. I do ice cream. That's my guilty pleasure. Ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Sprinkles. I call them spranks. Gotta get those spranks on there. Sprankies, you know? In New England, we also sometimes call them jimmies, but apparently that is a racist term. I don't really know the true origin of jimmies, to be honest. It was a rumor for a while that it was racist, but I'm not sure if it is. That's something that we do say around here. It's something that I should not be saying. Can my one have death in? Not like serious, but I like mystery novel. Yes, you can have death. So the rules are thusly. I will read them out loud to everybody. No sexually explicit content or language, racism, homophobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, and all other forms of intolerance are strictly forbidden. So as long as it doesn't have explicit sexual content or language or any kind of intolerance, you are good to go. So death is fine, violence is fine, stabbings, mortal wounds, bleeding, graphic imagery such as that, go ahead. I don't care. All right, but it looks like we are ready to go. I'll wait for Ink. I'll wait for Ink to come back. What Ink gave me? What is that? A little piece of bread, and a little pot of honey. It's a honey bun. It's a virtual honey bun. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a honey bun. All right, I am ready to go. I'm just waiting on Ink, and we will get started. We get this party started in here. Huh? You couldn't find a bun? That's very disappointing. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. So, Lil Nas ad. Lil Nas ad? There's an ad? You got an ad? Oh, I'm sorry. All right. We're gonna start with my spacebar isn't working. Sorry, you're good. We're gonna start with 3 random words. Any type of word. Anything. Whatever you want. Whatever. So, are you ready? You ready for this? Because I'm ready. Here we go. We're gonna generate random words. 3, 2, 1. Appoint, literature, and philosophy. These are very interesting words. So while I get these on screen, do think about how you're going to use these 3 words. Appoint, literature, and philosophy. Okay. Did I spell that correctly? Let's just double check I spelled everything correctly. Appoint, literature, and philosophy. Yep, that's spelled correctly. We'll put those in the chat as well. You said honestly trash words. They're not trash words. It's what you make of them. It's what you make of them. The words for this round are... All right, those are in the chat for everybody. So, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, here we go. Ew, we want new words. Listen, you get what you get. They're random. Appoint, literature, philosophy. Okay. That's the fun of it. It's random words. You have to use your creativity. Even if they're challenging, you have to use them. That's what makes this fun. Even though they kind of suck, right? Literature. But it could be interesting, right? What can we do with literature? What can we do with a point? Let's see. A point, philosophy, literature. Literature. What type of literature? Is this a writer? Is this an author? Somebody who is philosophical, but I'm upset. I'm sorry. This is the rules of the game. Somebody who is philosophical. Mint chocolate ice cream. There you go. Gotta use that big spoon. Someone who's philosophical. Someone who wants to be appointed to something. What kind of role do they want? They want to be appointed. Okay, let's start with, we have a person who enjoys literature and likes to be philosophical. They are deep. They are always thinking. They're always in their head, and they need to learn to get out of their head and enjoy things. No, they need to learn to their philosophy. They are always pissing people off with talking about philosophy. It's too much, and they should just sit down and be quiet and then just be. which is ironic because that's what they're preaching. There we go. That's the story. Okay. The story is about a philosophy professor, and he meets a girl. Let's swap that. It doesn't need to. My mind is fucking sexist, and I always start with, oh, it's a guy who. Fucking sexism in my own brain. I need to rewrite that. Okay. We have a philosophy professor, and she meets a woman, and she likes this woman, and she's very talkative, and all she talks about is philosophy. And she needs to. Okay, here we go. Professor, I need a name. Every time you move your head, this line appears. I don't know what you mean. I need a name. It's like the first name I get. I need a last name. Needs to sound like kind of like professional, almost regal, maybe like old English sounding. Okay, Mandy, sure. Professor Mandy. Last name. I need a last name. Something. Something Wood, or something. You know, I don't know. Prowwinkle. I'm gonna go with it. Mandy Prowwinkle. Philosophy professor Mandy Prowwinkle adored the dense literature, which was seldom picked up. Prowwinkle, got it. Seldom picked up by any student. Adored the dense literature, which was seldom picked up by any sensible student. The books which caught her eye were full of complex statements on the nature of reality, written in ways that only a true professor could understand. Mandy was passionate about philosophy. Ever since she was a child, she always pondered the existential questions which humans have faced since the dawn of time. Whereas most kids are focused on how to procure a delicious delicious cookie from a cookie jar, Mandy kids were focused on how to procure a delicious cookie from a cookie jar. Mandy dissected the reasons why the cookie existed in the first place. This was, needless to say, Mandy was a handful. Mandy's parents tried their hardest to listen to their daughter's ramblings on the identity of the nature of identity itself, but found her ideas flying over their heads. Mandy had often felt alone because of this. As she grew, Mandy found she was not alone in her thoughts, as many others throughout history had recorded their own thoughts, not unlike herself. Philosophers. Philosophers. Oh my god, think of philosophers. Everybody, think of philosophers. No, I just need like 2 or 3. Hold on. I can do this. Oh, come on. Why can't I think of any philosophers right now? There's one that I'm really trying to think of that I just can't. Oh god. I just skip it, come back. Recorded, not unlike herself. It was an unusually cold spring day when Mandy got her. No, is an unusually warm winter day when Mandy got her acceptance letter to Notre Dame University for philosophy. She would be majoring in her passion, and she couldn't be happier. When she arrived, she found she was not alone. The students around her shared her curiosity and passion for their craft, passion for learning. Though she made friends, Mandy understood silently that she was not the type of girl many others would be interested in. Romantically. That is. Until I need another name. Give me a name. Anything. I'll take another. A woman's name. She's kind. She is a listener. She's caring. Whereas Mandy is the talkative, passionate one. This other character needs to be the more reserved, more caring, more understanding. The one that calms her down. I need a name. Only 20 minutes left. I'll take any name, the first name that I get. I'll take it. If I don't get one in the next 10 seconds, I'm picking one. Last name. Hold on. Okay. Laura. Parsha. Okay. Actually, we're gonna go, Laura Parsley. How's that? Until Laura Parsley. My story is crap, but I hope I can improve it. I don't know what happened, but it's too late. No, you can still fix it. You've got 20 minutes. It's more than enough time. I believe in you. Stay positive. You got this. Came into her life. Laura listened. Really listened. Like no one else had before. Like no one else really listened, comma, like no one else had before. The two began a courtship within the walls of their philosophy. Hold on. Cut that out. Okay. There we go. Doing a courtship between the walls of their classroom. I just need that. I need that to stay there for now. Okay. Walls of their classroom that would span until their graduation. The classroom, which quickly blossomed into a relationship. Laura was patient with. As no one else said before. Mandy was at first reluctant to speak about her passions, but Laura encouraged her. Laura learned of Mandy's childhood loneliness and her escape into philosophy. Okay, hold on. No, this isn't going right. Listen, like no one had before. No one else had before. Okay, hold on. Shit. Fuck. Speaking of passions, Laura encouraged her, so we need Mandy to be overly critical. Mandy was all too happy to speak about her passions. Thankfully, Laura was patient. As Laura learned in her escape into philosophy, the two began. No, skip that. Patient. Mandy could tell that Laura was feeling the same way as her. Same way as her. The butterflies were finally in their rightful place. And Mandy felt that Mandy considered taking things to the next level. Perhaps tomorrow. Perhaps tomorrow, thought Mandy as she drifted off to sleep. As she dreamt, Mandy saw Mandy was standing in a large hall. The philosophers of old surrounded her on high wooden pillars. They were discussing something, but Mandy couldn't quite understand. That's when a bald man with a long white beard spoke up. Spoke clearly. But why should one attach themselves solely to another human being? Is this not a... No sheep today? No sheep today. No, no sheep today. I'm sorry. A futile attempt to escape one's inner conflicts? Mandy knew that the debate was about her. From the corner of the room, another voice yelled out. Yes, I agree. Love is but a chemical reaction in the brain. Can we trust these reactions as our own conscious decisions? Who is to say that these impulses are not just remnants of days of ancient days where our ancestors sought partners merely to mate? The other philosophers nodded in agreement. To understand love, one must define the term. I would argue that love is I would agree that love is a chemical reaction, is a meaningless chemical reaction. Nothing more. The group seemed to have reached a conclusion. And then they looked at Mandy. The bald man with the beard stood up. Looked at Mandy. Nope. With judgment in their eyes. Mandy woke with a start. Sweat beads on her forehead. What was the meaning of this dream? It's going really well, Gnome. How are you? We're writing a story that has to use the words sweat. Has to use the word appoint, literature, and philosophy. Woke up with the start. We'll be done in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Then we'll be reading all of the submitted stories. What was the meaning of this dream? Could the philosophers be correct? If love is a meaningless endeavor. Shouldn't she be focusing entirely on her pursuit of knowledge? Logically, Mandy agreed to these constraints, but her heart, it did not. The next day, Mandy met Laura for lunch. They had set up a date at Laura's favorite restaurant, as Mandy had believed she might take things to the next level. This isn't working, said Mandy with tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, Laura. I don't know if I can keep doing this. What? Said Laura. She was taken aback. All at once, a pit formed in her stomach. Her cheeks turned a bright red, and tears began to form in her eyes. And she fought to hold back these emotions. And she fought hard to hold back these emotions. Mandy, listen. Mandy, what do you mean? I don't know. I just can't do this. Mandy's tone caught Laura by surprise. You don't know? Can we talk about this? Laura looked at Mandy and grabbed her hand. Talk to me, Mandy. I want to listen. All at once, Mandy spilled her feelings. The dream, the philosophers in her dream, the logic of leaving love behind, everything came out. Not everyone. Everything came out. Laura looked. Once Mandy had finished, Laura looked into her eyes. Philosophy is wonderful, but sometimes you shouldn't always listen to your head. Sometimes it's okay to lead with your heart. What is your heart telling you? Okay. Center that and do a little dash dash. On her desk. Laura's last name was Parsley. Door of the dense literature. On her desk sat a photo of her younger self and the love of her life. They were sitting in a restaurant and decided to take a photo after sitting in a restaurant and smiling. Oh, appointed. I need a point and literature. Okay, I got literature and I got professor appointed. Had been appointed. No, wait. Smiling. Appointed. Appoint. Smiling. Desk set of neutrality. Hold on. Send an email. Hold on 1 second. Door the desk. She had been appointed to her position many years ago and had come to be notorious for finding the oldest library slips in the college library. Whew! 14 seconds. Restaurant smiling. Mandy smiled. Okay, 0. Okay. Oh boy. Why do I always cut this so goddamn close? I cut it so close. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh man. This shouldn't be stressful, but I'm making it stressful. But it really shouldn't be. It should be fun. It should be just a fun time. But, wow, that was good. That was a good one. So, you can email at chargeandchuckster@gmail.com, or you can submit using the Google form link in the chat right down below. So either one, use that. You can submit it there. Email seems to be the preferred method. Awesome. And I'm already getting some submissions, which is fantastic. So we're going to, like I did last time, put all of these on their own pages. Let's see, starting with this one. This is getting the custom soundtrack playlist. Yes. Oh my god. I love your playlists. Okay. All right. Let's see. 1 second. We're copying all these over so we can go through them each and read them. I'm gonna make them all the same font and the same size just to keep everything Fair and square. Perfect. Okay. Good. Perfect. All right, and then perfect PDF. Fantastic. Okay. I have 3 submissions. I just want to confirm that that is all that I am getting. If there, let me see 1 second. Just double check that I haven't gotten anything else. Nope, I have nothing in the Google Drive. If you submitted it to the Google Drive, I do not have it here. Please let me know that you have, and I will double check and find it for you. I have 3 stories here ready to go. So, I will do what I did last time. I also got water time. I got, where's my water bottle? Where's my water bottle? What the hell? I was in a rush. I don't know where I put it. This water's probably still fine. Eh. Okay. Whew. Ink, thank you again for those playlists. They're really amazing. You can actually, if you want to post that into the Discord for everybody to see, that'd be awesome. I'm going to create a section for all the stories that I do, so that way everybody can see them. So burnt out now, I know. It's fun, though. It's fun. Now we get to take a look at everybody's. It'll be fun. So let us very quickly, just gonna do that. All right. Not me wasting my time on rainbow colors, really. I'm excited to see. All right. So, our first story this evening is a haiku. This is how we tend to start things off now, is with haikus. So, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Start with a haiku. There we go. You can see it. Thank God. Instead of last time. Irene Barta, I did. I saw you do it. That's why I just drank a whole bunch of water. I just did it. I did see that. So, I'm sorry. Did I do that wrong? Well, I know you can actually see it this time. Yay. Ethan, did I do something wrong? He said, But here's our first haiku. You ready? So we got 3 words. They are a point, literature, and philosophy. Let's read this haiku. Let me also turn the music down just a bit more. Make sure it's nice and quiet. There we go. Barely there. No, they can be as long as you'd like. Mine is a page and a half, so no worries. Here we go. My philosophy, appointed literature. I won't read it. I just messed it up. I'm sorry, I said read it. My philosophy, appointed literature. I just won't read it. I love it. Bonus. Many syllables make it extremely hard to figure out haikus. That's very true. This is like everybody's philosophy in school. My philosophy, appointed literature, I just won't read it. Yeah, Spark note it. Spark note it. I love it. Thank you for the haiku. I really appreciate it. Okay, then we have a short story here. Very excited. Let's see. Ethan said, well done. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Yes, 10 out of 10. I agree. Love it. It's absolutely wonderful. I love these haikus. They're always great. And it is very, very just true. It's true. Okay. Here we go. Thank you for accepting this appointment, Doctor. Please, call me Washi. I said that in a low voice, but no. Please, call me Washi. She smiled as she shook the older woman's hand. We understand you are an expert in reverse engineering unusual items. I've seen some unique things, but it's my philosophy that any puzzle can be solved by putting it together or taking it apart, Washi said. Wonderful. Please take a look at this literature. Take your time. I'll get us some coffee. Thank you, Washi said, her eyes already reading the words and analyzing the diagrams. Time travel. Washi had seen several blueprints, structures, vehicles, and many failed test runs in her time, but this was looking surprisingly promising. The woman returned holding 2 steaming mugs. Here we are, cream with no sugar. How did you know? Washi said, pleasantly surprised. What do you think of this research? Said the woman asked. Why am I just messing up just reading today? I'm so sorry. The math checks out. Theoretical physics are beyond brilliant. This could actually work. Washi was suddenly thrilled. How far along are you with a prototype? I'd like you to build it. Wow, I appreciate your faith in me, but I'm not sure I'm the right person. If I can build it, so can you. You already built it? Then what do you need me for? Washi was perplexed. The woman smiled. Who designed this? Washi asked. I'm not sure. Where did you get it? From you. 46 years from now. I don't. The woman took off her glasses. Washi stared intently into her eyes and saw what she would see in the countless times in a mirror. My God, Washi whispered. My name is Washi, the older woman said. Let's see what we can do together. That ending is wonderful. That's a great last line. Let's see what we can do together. I love that line. That is so good. I love that. That was fantastic. Great job. Wow. Really, really good. I should be looking for the words. I haven't looked for the words. We got appointment here. Let's see. Literature. There we go. It's my philosophy. All three. First little paragraph here. Fantastic. Great job. Amazing, inspirational, 10 out of 10. Yes, 10 out of 10. I absolutely agree with that. Really, really well done. That was amazing. Let's see. I will do let's see. Do you want mine then Ethan? We'll end on an Ethan. That seems right, right? Let me just make sure this is correct. Okay. We can do that. Does that work? Where did I just, what just happened? Ah, there it is. Yours first, why not? All right. Ink says end with yours. Ethan says yours first, why not? So now we have a tie. So now I need a tiebreaker. Whatever is in there first, I'm gonna take. But I need that tiebreaker in order for it to work. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was really, really good. Like, genuinely. Like last time. All right, I'll end on mine like last time. That is exactly what I did last time. You're right. I just need to pull it up. That'd be nice if I could do that. Wouldn't it be nice? There is no judgment. Absolutely no judgment, okay? Genuinely, seriously, no judgment whatsoever on anyone's writing. If you'd like judgment, I can give you judgment. But I don't think most people want judgment. But if anybody ever was like, you know, I really am trying to, you know, improve my writing, what could I do? And you wanted a second opinion on something, like you got me, you got chat, like we can all help. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm like some writing professional. I'm not. I just enjoy doing it. So it's always good to get a second opinion, I think. But here we go. We have Ethan's. Ethan says, I kind of just laid my feelings on the last pair. I kind of forgot what I wrote. You're good. You're in a safe space. Yes, this is a safe space. It's a safe writing, creative space. No judgment whatsoever. Everything is good. No worries. Okay? All right, here we go. You can see that? Okay, we can see that. We're all good. We're all good. Anger. Appoint. The king. One day, in a world not so far, a king, who is very much into English literature, cursed the ghost. This shocked philosophy gods everywhere. How dare he? The king shall rest in eternal doom, until he shall wake. Shall. He should never return, the king shall not. The king shall appoint his new king. But the ancient literature blocked this. A king could never be beheaded. How dare they? Parliament may never. They may care deeply for the pale, ugly green ghost. But how dare they for beheading a king? Ancient literature disallows it. Even Cassandra, the ancient philosopher, would never agree. But the king was in danger. He could hardly sleep. What would he do? Parliament wants him dead. One morning, is it Michaeli? We're going to go with Michaeli. Do correct me if I'm incorrect. One morning, Michaeli the lavish, introverted princess. Yes, Michaeli. Okay, good. Introverted princess awoke to see the king sleeping for eternity. What should she do? Who's done it? 3 suspects. Cassandra, Parliament, the king's rage cursing him. What would the princesses do? They're stuck. They've just lost everything within their father. Secretly, they're glad. They wanted the king's crown. Michaeli snatched the crown, declaring that she's the queen of windows. Later that day, power started to get to her head. She praised Parliament for this, promising to pay them greatly. She then increased tax rate to 80%. She soon beheaded Lila, her younger, annoying, bratty sister. She couldn't have anyone have her crown, but sadly, Cassandra remained. The ancient philosopher demanded the crown was hers. She stated Michaeli was immortal, and that she did not know any literature. Cassandra busted the windows in Michaeli's car, as Michaeli just broke her heart. Secretly, back in the teen years, Cassandra loved Michaeli. They were planning to wed in St. Paul's Cathedral, but life may never go the way you plan. Their love would never be. Next segment is Cassandra's opinion on love. I loved her. I did. She was the mac to my cheese. She broke my gregarious young heart, betraying me at every turn. I may never love again. I miss her brunette, long, beautiful Rapunzel hair. I miss her. I miss my love. I miss everything about her, from her beautiful baby blue eyes. There's nothing I can do to substitute this pain. Pain of missing my everything, my love, my lobster. We may never wed, but to me you'll be my wife. You may have cheated on me, but I shall never stop loving you. I entered philosophy for you, to answer every question for you. I got a degree in literature for you. I wanted to be able to write you romantic, beautiful poems. I appoint you of queen of my heart. You may lead from the head, but you should lead from the heart. I just miss you. Why can't you love me back? I miss you. I loved you. Why did you have to cheat? I have so much rage for you. So much fucking rage. But I love you, and I'd take you back. You have a perfect personality. You're funny and kind and perfect. Unlike me, you always accepted me. But I upset you. You were my appointed queen of my heart. My heart aches without you. I blocked you on Snap, and you blocked me. I'm sorry, even though you betrayed me. I'm sorry for not being a good enough girlfriend. I'm sorry. I miss you so much. You were just perfect. I know you cheated and you're happy, so good for you. But as a self-appointed king of the sea, I would need you to sing Under the Sea with me. My amazing literature is about you. My poems were about you. The songs. You were the reason I did this. My dream would be that we'd be long married, happy, and have a little kid of our own. But we can't after all this pain. I can't. I hope you live your perfect life as queen, eating juicy purple grapes. All I know is that I won't be your queen. I may never be your queen. I hope you miss me as much as I miss you. I hope you're enjoying having butlers listen to your every word. I hope you enjoy the easy, happy, enjoyable life as queen without me. I would never be by your side. I would love to. I would love to stand under that cherry blossom tree and confess my love once again. I'd pay all the money in the world for that one moment that I've lost forever. I've lost you, and you may always have a place in my heart, a self-appointed place in my heart. I will use my philosophy skills to cure any worries you may have, and you may never be worried or scared, even with your new queen. It may not be me by your side, but with the power of my words, it shall be. This was really good, Ethan. There is A, no judgment here. B, in the chat, Ink says, wow. And Ethan says, don't cry, everybody. Honestly beautiful. And Ink said, Ethan, who hurt you? Ethan said, where's my check? Your check for what exactly? But, yeah, this part here, is very, very powerful and very real. It seems, and I could be wrong, but it feels very emotionally fueled. It feels really real, in a lot of ways, actually. It seems very real. This part here has this thing that I really like. I really enjoy, things that, for instance, this sentence here. One day, in a world not so far, a king who was very much into English literature cursed the ghost. And you're talking about the ghost as in, we don't know what the ghost is. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, cursed the ghost, and we just kind of figure it out as it goes. I love that kind of stuff. Kind of like that trippy, almost, writing of like, this is just it. This is how it is. You know what I mean? But Ink says, you okay, Alex? Yeah, I'm good. Real good. Emotionally raw and heartbreaking. That's very true. It's very, very real, and very, very emotional. So thank you for sharing. Honestly, it takes a lot to share creative things with other people, but it takes even more to share something that's really emotionally fueled. I'm not sure if this is personal to you, but either way, it's just amazing that you shared it. So thank you. And now we shall end on, if I can find mine, we'll pull it up. Okay. Here we go. Last one, and then we'll do another round. Yay. All right. Thank you for the names, everybody. I really appreciate names. It really does help a lot. Okay. Mandy was passionate about philosophy. Ever since she was a child, she always pondered the existential questions which humans have faced since the dawn of time. And Ethan says, wait, there's more than round one? Yeah, there's more than round one. I got time. Do you got time? We can do a round two. I'll keep going. Whereas most kids were focused on how to procure a delicious cookie from a cookie jar, Mandy dissected the reasons why the cookie existed in the first place. Needless to say, Mandy was a handful. Mandy's parents tried their hardest to listen to their daughter's ramblings on the nature of identity itself, but found her ideas flying over their heads. Mandy had often felt alone because of this. As she grew, Mandy found she was not alone in her thoughts, as many others throughout history had recorded their own thoughts, not unlike herself. It was an unusually warm winter day when Mandy got her acceptance letter to Notre Dame University, where she would be majoring in her passion, and she couldn't be happier. When she arrived, she found she was not alone. The students around her shared her curiosity and passion for learning. Though she made friends, Mandy understood silently that she was not the type of girl many others would be interested in. Romantically, that is. Until Laura Parsley came into her life. Laura listened, really listened, like no one else had before. Mandy was all too happy to speak about her passions. Thankfully, Laura was patient. Mandy could tell that Laura was feeling the same way as her. The butterflies were finally in their rightful place, and Mandy considered taking things to the next level. Perhaps tomorrow, thought Mandy as she drifted off to sleep. Mandy was standing in a large hall. The philosophers of old surrounded her on high wooden pillars. They were discussing something, but Mandy couldn't quite understand. That's when a bald man with a long white beard spoke clearly. But why should one attach themselves solely to another human being? Is this not a futile attempt to escape one's inner conflicts? From the corner of the room, another voice yelled out, "Yes, I agree! Love is but a chemical reaction in the brain. Can we trust these reactions as our own conscious decisions? Who is to say that these impulses are not just remnants of ancient days where our ancestors sought partners merely to mate?" The other philosophers nodded in agreement. To understand love, one must define the term. I would agree that love is a meaningless chemical reaction, nothing more. The group seemed to have reached their conclusion, and then they looked at Mandy, with judgment in their eyes. Mandy woke up with a start, sweat beads on her forehead. What was the meaning of this dream? Could the philosophers be correct? If love is a meaningless endeavor, shouldn't she be focusing entirely on her pursuit of knowledge? Logically, Mandy agreed to these constraints. But her heart, it did not. The next day, Mandy met Laura for lunch. They had set up a date at Laura's favorite restaurant, as Mandy had believed she might be taking things to the next level. This isn't working, said Mandy, with tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, Laura. I don't know if I can keep doing this. What? Said Laura. She was taken aback. All at once, a pit formed in her stomach. Her cheeks turned a bright red, and she fought hard to hold back these emotions. What do you mean? I don't know. I just can't do this. Mandy's tone caught Laura by surprise. You don't know? Can we talk about this? Laura looked at Mandy and grabbed her hand. Talk to me, Mandy. I want to listen. All at once, Mandy spilled her feelings. The philosophers in her dream, the logic of leaving love behind, everything came out. Once Mandy had finished, Laura looked into her eyes. Philosophy is wonderful, but you shouldn't always listen to your head. Sometimes it's okay to lead with your heart. What's your heart telling you? Professor Mandy Prowinkle Parsley adored the dense literature which was seldom picked up by any sensible student. She had been appointed into her position many years ago and had become notorious for finding the oldest library slips in the college library. The books which caught her eye were full of complex statements on the nature of reality, written in ways that only a true professor could understand. On her desk sat a photo of her younger self and the love of her life. They were sitting in a restaurant and smiling. Mandy smiled. That's it! That was a great round one, everybody! Seriously wonderful stories. The creativity never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. We had a bit of a running theme here with breakups. That was a running theme. Time travel was the outlier, I would say. We did have a lot of school, but, you know, professor. Was it professor? That was one of the words? Why am I blanking on the words? Hold on, it's right there. Philosophy. Philosophy and literature make it, like, you know, very school-oriented. Sweet story, fantastic as always. Thank you. And Ethan said, whoa, you wrote all this in 30 minutes. So good, 10 out of 10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everybody did absolutely fantastic. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. Seriously. Just for being here and just for submitting it. Just for writing something on the page and saying, you know what? I want to share this. That's an amazing thing. So I really, really appreciate you for just doing it. Because that's amazing. And you should be proud of that. But now, we got time for round two. What do you guys think? Round two, and maybe this time we'll go a little crazy. This time, we'll do 4 words. Whew, it's a lot of words. Do you think you guys can do it? Because, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Anyone else actually patted their back? Ethan, did you? I really hope you did. You deserve it. Pat yourself on the back. Do it. Do it. Do it! I'm joking. But, in all seriousness, let me very quickly just get to a new blank page, just so we can start writing when the timer actually goes. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, new blank page. Negative Alex coming out. Yeah. You know I'm very negative. It happens quite a bit, you know. I'm just a negative person, honestly. That's really what it is. Alright, sweet, we got the timer back. Awesome. Alright, you guys ready for 4 words? 4 random words that we have to use. Let me, before we go, clear out our last words so we can start fresh. Alright, are you ready? 5? Ethan, are you serious? You want to go 5? 5's gonna be difficult. I'll do it, but what does everybody else think? Do you think we can do 5 words? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. For anybody who's just joining us, hi, welcome. We're doing writing today. So what's going to happen is I'm going to choose 5, potentially, random words that'll appear at the bottom of the screen, or to right there, where it says the current words are. It's right about where my finger is. A little bit down. Yeah, right about there. It'll appear right there. Right. So, we'll have a half hour. No, just 4. Okay, that was a very enthusiastic no, so we'll go down to 4. We'll have a half hour to use those 4 words to come up with a story, a poem, a haiku, anything that you want. It can be as long as you want, as short as you want, anything that you would like. Okay? Once we're done with that half hour, I will put a link in the chat along with an email address that you can send your creation over so that we can read it out loud. You don't have to send it over, but it is very fun to read them. I don't assign names to the stories, so you don't have to, you know, be like, oh, this was mine. There's no judgment. This is a safe space. You don't have to. It's great that you're just here. So thank you so much. But you can do this on Google Docs, Microsoft Word, Notes, I don't care. Email it over, chargeandchuckster@gmail.com. The link will be in the chat once we are done with that half hour. So, with that being said, grab your Google Doc, grab your Microsoft Word document. I can't think of any other software that one would use. Pages on their Mac. That's it. That's it. As we're gonna get started with 4 random words. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. We're gonna generate our words. Once we have generated our words, I'll put them on screen, and we will all begin to think. 3, 2, 1. Bam! Chapter: Incredible Sun Censorship. Chapter: Incredible Sun Censorship. Think about those words. We're just going to move this down a little bit just so that everybody can see them. Okay. Chapter: Incredible Sun Censorship. And I'm going to start the timer. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Have fun, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. All right. Chapter: Incredible Sun Censorship. Censorship is a really interesting one, and we need to focus on that and get something down for censorship. What's being censored? Things that are censored. We censor photos, we censor words, we censor, you could be censoring thoughts, could be some kind of dystopian world in which things are, I spelled it wrong, censorship? I did, damn it! Alright, hold on, I gotta fix it. I'll take it out of my time. That's fine. Censorship, okay. Alright, things that could be censored, speech, you can censor photos, you can censor, it could be some dystopian thing where we're censoring thoughts. Sun, maybe we're a level 2 civilization and we have a Dyson sphere now. And it's incredible that we have a Dyson sphere, but the trade-off is that things are being censored and we need to break free of that censorship and start a new chapter. But that's not a story. We need a character. What's this character doing? The character is... Okay. Thoughts being censored. Thoughts being censored. What would be a censored thought? A censored... a society... I'm thinking too broad here. What do we censor? We censor... things that we don't agree with. Something that somebody wouldn't agree with could be... political, I'm still wrong? Oh, it's still wrong. Thank you. Okay. Could be political, it could be, maybe I'm thinking too hard in the censorship thing. Maybe it's just somebody who is a little bit political, and they're talking about censorship. But something else that's incredible, an incredible chapter of a book, that they are reading. But I don't have a conflict here from this. The sun. What about the sun? We could just do a story about the sun. It's a star, and what's being censored? What's being censored? Censorship. Yeah, okay, we could work with that. The sun, planets, galaxy, space-time, gravity, time. Oh, fuck. Sun, and okay, we're gonna go with we're gonna go with more of a little kid story. Okay, the incredible censorship of the sun. It's gonna be a little kid's story. It's gonna be about clouds and the sun and how the clouds cover the sun, and a kid really wants a sunny day to go outside and play, but the sun is being censored by the clouds. Okay, and the sun can be personified and the clouds will be personified. Here we go. I need a name. Young person, don't care the gender, just give me a name, anything. I'll take anything you got. Mart. Mart it is. Can I go with Martin or Marty? Mart is a little like super Mart. I feel like that's a little weird. Maybe it's fine. Mart. You know. Mart. Marty. Martin. Martin. Loved. Going. Martis loved going to loved going outside, something outside. I'm picturing cliffs. He loved going to the cliffs with his family. It was from there that Martin could look down upon the beautiful beaches below and ponder upon his height. Ponder and revel in his position above the world. Martin was 5.5. Okay. March's son versus the chapter of censorship. We could do that if you want, just like a really dumb one. Maybe we'll do that as a fun little dumbness afterwards. Martin was 5.5. His favorite food was Chicky Nuggies, dinosaur shaped, of course. Martin's a little boy. He's a little boy. Oh. Sorry, you put Martis. I'm sorry. I forgot it was Martis. I just went with Martin. I was picturing Martin. Martis. The Chicky Nuggies, dinosaur shaped, of course. And his hobby was pushing blocks into a box, pushing blocks of different shapes into a box with corresponding shapes. This amused the young boy. He needs to be younger. He is 4.5. This amused the young boy. He's 3.5. I want to really. He's a young kid who doesn't understand. It was Martis's least favorite day of the week. Monday. Like the famed comic strip character Garfield, Martis. I don't know why I'm finding this funny. Martis who Martis knew very little about. His least favorite day of the week was Monday. It was on Monday that Martis it was Martis woke up that morning to find himself in the early moments of this dreaded day, his dad would be at work and his mom would be in her office for the majority of the day. To appease him, hopefully he would receive the iPad. To appease him, normally receive the iPad. This day was different, however. In the front of Martus's mind was the cliffs. The beauty of these staggering natural landmarks. Had found a place within his young heart. Sup, boy? And Martus longed dearly to see the cliffs once more. He would see them today. His mind was set. Mother. The young boy tried to communicate. I wish to visit the cliffs with you and father. This took a sharp turn to be shitty. You and father on this fine day. Curiously, Martus's mother did not look up from her desk, from her computer. I'll try saying it louder. Thought Martus. Mother, I request retreat. I request respite on the cliffs on this fine day. Martus's mother turned from her desk and got up. She walked over to Martus and picked him up. Finally, the trip shall commence. Thought Martus. You wanna go to the cliffs? Well, we can't today. The sun has... It's too cloudy out. And way too cold. You'll get sick. We'll go on Friday. Okay? Martus was enraged. Oops, sorry, I just hit the wrong button. Martus was enraged. This is highly... This is a highly unacceptable position. Mother. I am displeased with your actions and request an appeal on this unjust judgment. Oh God. Understand that the Earth has been hit by censorship. Note that the clouds cause this, that the censorship of the sun due to the high number of cumulonimbus. God, how do you spell cumulonimbus? Cumulonimbus, there you go. Cumulonimbus clouds has caused a drop in temperature, but I am unwilling to accept that a coat would not solve this issue. Therefore, I once again am asking for a visit to the cliffs. Martus's mother laughed. Uh-huh. Look at you trying to talk. You're so cute, Marty. Okay. What are the words I'm missing? Chapter, incredible, sun we got, censorship we got, I understand that the, I'm gonna try and do it all in one sentence. The incredible censorship of the sun due to the incredible number, cause a drop in temperature, but I'm unwilling, therefore, okay, there we go. You're so cute, Marty. Placed Martus within his playpen. She placed Martus on the couch, and now he needs to be younger than this. He needs to be like 2.5. 2.5. Okay. You're so cute, right? She plays Martus on the couch and put an iPad in front of him with YouTube open. Wanna watch some TV? Here you go. She walked back to her desk. Martus was enraged. You're so cute, Marty. My name is not Marty. It is Martus. I will not accept such degradation. I already concede to the changing of my diapers, of my urine collecting, of my waste collection underwear. I already concede to the wearing and using of my waste collecting underwear, but this is crossing the line. Martis was enraged. I'm missing chapter. Okay. I will Martis being bright. Yo, what's up? Hori said, just wanted to apologize for not being able to be here. It's just school and stuff right now. It's just so fucking hot in Germany. That's why I can't sleep. I'm still awake. You are good. And Patrick says, yo, what is up, my dude? Being bright, Martis being bright decided to use the iPad in front of him to gain access to the cliffs. He knew what he needed to do. The door bell rang. Martis smiled. Nope. There was a loud knock at the door. Martis smiled. Police! Said a voice outside the door. Martis's mother looked through the peephole in the door to see that in front of her was a squadron of police in full raid gear. However, at this very moment, she also noticed what they were carrying in their hands. What do you call that? A fucking... The door flew open, and Marcus's mom flew across the room, hitting her head against the wall. Martis thought he would be sadder at this. He wasn't. He wasn't. The police, seeing the young child, dismissed him to continue their search. All clear. The call came from officers throughout the house. Suddenly, a social worker appeared and scooped the young Martis up. Things were progressing according to plan. The social worker strapped the young boy into a car seat, and off they went to the orphanage, which sat just on the other side of the cliffs. When they arrived, the young boy was given a room and a bed to sleep in. They tucked him in as the day was growing to a close. He shut his eyes. When no one was looking, Martis ran out of bed and to the open window beside him. Crawling out of windows comes especially naturally to young children, and Martis knew how to escape. He jumped towards the ground and made his way across the street and to the cliffs. Martis sat and observed them. Though this was the day he accidentally got his mother most likely seriously injured, if not killed, Martis was pleased with his actions. The cliffs were as beautiful as he remembered. They brought within him feelings of being on top of the world, being powerful. Martis inched closer to the edge. With every inch, Martis felt more alive. Hold on, I just need a little foreshadowing up here. Let's see. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Just please. She looked as though she was a block being placed in the correct shaped hole as she fell. She fell. This amused Martis. Let's see. It's enraged. On the iPad was the story. On the iPad. Okay, that's fine. Felt more alive. That is until he felt his hand reach over the edge. His body was not expecting this, and he began to plummet towards the earth. This was going to be it for Martis, the final chapter. Oh well, at least his mom was probably dead. That was good news for Martis. That is until a hand caught him by his leg. Martis, a familiar voice yelled. It was his mother. I am okay, center. Martis, now a older boy, of 14, had spent the last few years in juvenile prison. In front of the parole board, Martis started his plea. Okay, come on. I can do this. Oh, come on. I can do this. Okay, copy. Paste. This is a highly unacceptable position. I am displeased with my actions. Oh god, I'm running late. Oh no. It's okay. I gotta finish. I understand that caused a drop in temperature, which led me to accidentally calling the SWAT team on my family. But I'm unwilling to accept that a coat would not have solved this issue. There we go. Okay, I'm done. I went a little too long. I'm sorry. But it was either that or it wasn't going to get finished, so. It was a dumb story. Oh boy. That was fun. That was a good one. I don't think this one is as good as the last one. I think the last one was pretty good. But I think this is pretty good. It could be better. Alright, so we already have some submissions. Woo! Alright, let's see here. Let's get those in to the Google Doc so we can read them all together. Okay, we got one. We got two. I accidentally read a bit of one of these. Shouldn't have. Okay. We got two, and we got three. So, without further ado, I shall do the same order as I did last time. Ooh, this one's long. We got some long ones, we got some short ones. I'm ready for this. Okay. Here we go. Haiku time. Let's see. Well, it is what it is. Enjoy, I guess. I'm excited. Here we go. All right. The words this time were chapter, incredible, sun, and censorship. A haiku. Sunlight shone brightly over the censored chapter. Now incredible. That was so hard. You did great. You actually got all of the words in and kept it in a now incredible. Wow, you got a haiku. Sunlight shone brightly over the censored chapter. Now incredible. That's fantastic. You did it. That's perfect. That is a perfect haiku using those 4 words. I don't know what else you could even do with that. It's literally perfect. So 10 out of 10. Great job. Now we have a story which I will enjoy, I guess. Honestly, my fave stream so far. This is so much fun. I love doing this. Honestly, I really love this. It's great. And let me just get rid of the timer real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I should probably just knock that guy down. Okay, here we go. So then the moon explodes, but they trap the explosion in a gigantic force field, and that becomes the new sun. Larry's face lit up with excitement. Wouldn't the explosion burn itself out? I haven't figured that out yet, Larry replied to his editor. Let's table that idea for now. Gus closed his eyes and rubbed his temples. He was seriously getting worried that Larry's last bestseller was a fluke. Okay, how about this? A supernatural taxidermist that clones dead animals. It's called The Incredible Indedible. So he just makes dead animals from dead animals? Supernatural dead animals. They crave rotting flesh, Larry exclaimed. They just eat dead things? I'm not sure there's much danger in that. Is this what censorship feels like? Larry asked defensively, because there's a million other publishers I can go to. Good. Go, Gus thought. Gus reached for his aspirin and washed it down with his cold coffee. I just want to make sure you're working up to your potential, Larry. I mean, no offense. Larry immediately brightened. Wait till you hear what happens in Chapter 2. The taxidermist builds a robot and attaches human breasts to it and... What? Why? People love nudity. Oh, and she only speaks in 70s jive. Get the fuck out of my office, Larry. Oh, it was so good. I think this is one of my... This is a great pun here. The Incredible Indedible. So good. How long did that take you to figure that one out? Because it's a really good one. This could be... I feel like this is like a new SNL sketch. You know what I mean? Like, SNL would do something exactly like this. It's very good. This is what I read accidentally. Only speaks in 70s jive. Get the fuck out of my office, Larry. All I can think of when I read this, because I've been watching the show 24/7, is Curb Your Enthusiasm. Get the fuck out of my office, Larry. That's all I can think of. Get the fuck out of my house. This is really good. The taxidermist builds a robot and attaches human breasts to it. That's what's that name of it? Ex Machina. Yeah, Ex Machina in there. Great job. 10 out of 10. These are so good and so creative. Honestly. Super creative every single time. I never see it coming. All right. Now we got a long story. Here we go. This chapter may as well be over, screamed This chapter may as well be over, screamed Sophia. This chapter may as well be over, screamed Sophia as Mike walked out that door. The door. The brown, wooden, worn-down door, which has been living for far too long. In a fit of rage, Sophia destroyed the door. But how did we get here? It all started in the eve of 08. Sophia had just finished her lush MySpace page. This would get all the attention put on her, right? Why wouldn't it? She's posting anything she wanted. Nobody will be censoring her this time. Not even her popular jock boyfriend. Her boyfriend's name was Mike. He was what everyone would call the popular kid. Every guy wanted to be his friend, and every girl loved him. But out of every person he could have, he chose Sophia. Why? She was geeky, nerdy, and top the typical, and not the typical attractive woman. Now that she's with the best guy in the world, she couldn't hold anything back. She used YouTube, where she posted videos. She had to do anything and everything to be popular. She had to stop those stares in the hallway. She couldn't deal with it. She was in love. But at what cost? Her sanity? Her dignity? She couldn't deal with the pressure. She's officially that girl. The girl she always dreamed of being. Popular, pretty, vain, horrid, disgusting, but at least Mike is enjoying this new girl. To him, Sophia was the sun, but the sun was turning into Mars. Vain, empty, only the most permanent could truly love her. Who would, though? Other than Mike, she had nobody. She had to abandon her geeky, annoying old friends. Her new ones weren't really her friends, more so her gossip buddies. La 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 la. Such a stupid love. Sorry. La 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 la. She was I'm laughing at myself, I'm sorry. She was officially Barbie. Or that's what Mike liked to call her. Mike, he didn't go through a fit of self-improvement either. They both became toxic and horrible. Mike would throw Sophia's old friends in lockers, but Sophia didn't care. Why would she? She's living out her teenage dream, not even thinking about the worthless, horrible monster she's become. She became oblivious to Mike, only using her for her looks. This was a chapter of her life nobody wanted to relive. She was no longer the sun, not even Mars, but a dead star, who's dreaming of some gas to revive her. But at least she had Mike. Nice singing, Pee-wee. Sorry. La 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 la. It is Pee-wee. I didn't think about that. It's funny. The end of high school was fast approaching. What would she do next? Go to college? Get a job? Become a housewife who has 10 kids? She was confused and lost. Mike knew what he was doing. He was already drafted into a professional football team. She was lost, with nobody. She never realized this whole time Mike had censored her, took her away from her friends and her old self. She may never return to this old Sophia. A whole year passed, and Sophia has done nothing with her life. She's been at home, alone, waiting for Mike, who is her only sort of hope for her future. She regretted everything. She regretted leaving her friends or giving up her studies. She couldn't. She told Mike she was done. Done! She couldn't bear being trapped. Now we get to where we were. I couldn't read. I'm sorry. You were correct and I was dumb. She had to do something with her life. She had to do something because she's currently alone. She was determined to restore the sun in her. She was incredible. She was strong. She could do anything. She got a job, basic due to her low test scores in senior year. She's now a coffee blender. But she was happy. She restored herself through self-improvement. She could do anything. Even meet a healthy, incredible guy who wouldn't censor and who wouldn't be her son, and it could be a whole new chapter in her life. They did everything together, Sophia and Sam. The SS, ooh. Why, I wouldn't call any couple the SS. I don't, are you sure about that one? It's okay. Moving on. They were life's definition of destiny. They were happy. In love. Whatever that may mean. Love, happiness, romantic. Wait, did I say the wrong thing? The SS, I think of the Nazi SS, the high-ranking officials in the Nazis who like did most of the bad stuff. I mean, all the Nazis were bad, but they were the worst. The SS. They never broke apart. He helped her, fix the damage she previously had caused. But he had her son back. She had her son back. They were happy. He was her king, and she was his queen. They were meant to be. Destiny needed them here. They were to raise children. Or were they? Sophia got into her car on a bright, lush day, and boom! It crashed, the car gone in thousands of pieces. She was instantly rushed to the hospital, smiling the whole time. She was happy and in love, never to be alone again. She became nice, happy. She knew Sam would be happy with a new girl. She was happy and grateful. She gave in to the curse of death. Sam was devastated, alone, but he was happy. She died happy, and he knew that their love would last to heaven. For her funeral, her coffin was decorated in red and yellow roses. Yellow to symbolize the incredible sun in her, and red to symbolize the Mars in her too, that Mike left behind. And with what happened, he became a deadbeat, a hobo dad. But Sophia died happy. She left behind a legacy. The meaning of the story is to embrace every moment. Be the change you want to see in the world. You can better yourself. You can always be better. Be the yellow, not the red. Ten out of 10, sir. Wonderful story. Very well done. I love the analogy. The red and the yellow, the sun and Mars. Very, very well done. Great story. Great story. Ink, if you're here, I think this one might need a soundtrack as well. Very, very good. Very good. Yep. I really like that one. It was really, like, honestly, so when I was reading this, you probably heard, I was like, Sophia got in her car on a brightless day and boom, it crashed. I was like, holy shit, like, what? She's dying? But I get it. It makes sense. It's better to have lived a good, satisfying life than to live a short but happy life than to live a long and shitty life and to hate people and to be the red. So you did a fantastic job. Seriously. Great story. And with that, we have one more dumb... be the yellow, not the red. I like that. I really like that. I like that a lot. You should, like, copyright that. That's a great little story. I love that. Be the yellow, not the red. Be the sun, not Mars. I love that. It's really nice. Really sweet. Very impactful. Very impactful. And with that being said, I have a really dumb story for you. Very dumb. I'm not proud of this one. I'm not proud of it. But, you know, you do what you can. J.K. Rowling, who? You don't want to be J.K. Rowling. Be, how about, Tolkien. Be Tolkien. Tolkien's cool. Go Tolkien. Martis loved going to the cliffs with his family. It was from there that Martis could look down upon the beautiful beaches below and revel in his position above the world. Martis was 2.5. His favorite food was chicky nuggies, dinosaur-shaped, of course, and his hobby was pushing blocks of different shapes into a box with corresponding shapes. This amused the young boy. Like the famed comic strip character Garfield, who Martis knew very little about, his least favorite day of the week was Monday. Martis woke up that morning to find himself in the early moments of this dreaded day. His dad would be at work, and his mom would be in her office for the majority of the day. To appease him, normally he would receive the iPad. This day was different, however. In the front of Martis's mind were the cliffs. The beauty of these staggering natural landmarks had found a place within his young heart, and Martis longed dearly to see the cliffs once more. He would see them today. His mind was set. "Mother," the young boy tried to communicate, "I wish to visit the cliffs with you and father on this fine day." Curiously, Martis's mother did not look up from her computer. "I'll try saying it louder," thought Martis. "Mother, I request respite on the cliffs on this fine day." Martis's mother turned from her desk and got up. She walked over to Martis and picked him up. "Finally, the trip shall commence," thought Martis. "You want to go to the cliffs? Well, we can't go today. It's too cloudy out and way too cold. You'll get sick. We'll go on Friday, okay?" Martis was enraged. "This is a highly unacceptable position, Mother. I am displeased with your actions and request an appeal on this unjust judgment. I understand that the censorship of the sun, due to the incredible number of cumulonimbus clouds, has caused a drop in the temperature, but I am unwilling to accept that a coat would not solve this issue. Therefore, I am once again asking for a visit to the cliffs." Martis's mother laughed. "Uh-huh. Look at you trying to talk. You're so cute, Marty." "My name is not Marty, it is Martis. I will not accept such degradation. I already concede to the wearing and use of my waste-collecting underwear, but this is crossing the line." She placed Martis on the couch and put an iPad in front of him with YouTube open. "Want to watch some TV? Here you go." She walked back to her desk. Martis was enraged. Martis, being bright, decided to use the iPad in front of him to gain access to the cliffs. He knew what he needed to do. There was a loud knock at the door. Martis smiled. "Police!" said a voice outside the door. Martis's mother looked through the peephole in the door to see that in front of her was a squadron of police in full raid gear. However, at that very moment, she also noticed what they were carrying in her hands. in their hands. The door flew open, and Marcus, I put Marcus instead of Martis, or I might have autocorrected, I don't know. Martis's mom flew across the room, hitting her head against the wall. She looked as though she was a block being placed in the correct-shaped hole as she fell. This amused Martis. Martis thought he would be sadder at this. He wasn't. The police, seeing the young child, dismissed him to continue their search. All clear! The call came from officers throughout the house. Suddenly, a social worker appeared and scooped young Martis up. Things were progressing according to plan. The social worker strapped the young boy into a car seat, and off they went to the orphanage set just on the other side of the cliffs, if I can read. When they arrived, the young boy was given a room and a bed to sleep in. They tucked him in as the day was growing to a close. He shut his eyes. When no one was looking, Martis ran out of the bed to the open window beside him. Crawling out of windows comes especially naturally to young children, and Martis knew how to escape. He jumped towards the ground and made his way across the street and to the cliffs. Martis sat and observed them. Though this was the day he accidentally got his mother, most likely seriously injured if not killed, Martis was pleased with his actions. The cliffs were as beautiful as he remembered. They brought within him the feeling of being on top of the world, being powerful. Martis inched closer to the edge. With every inch, Martis felt more alive. That is, until he felt his hand reach over the edge. His body was not expecting this, and he began to plummet towards the earth. This was going to be it for Martis, the final chapter. Oh well, at least his mom was probably dead. That was good news for Martis. That is, until a hand caught him by the leg. Martis! A familiar voice yelled. It was his mother. Martis, now an older boy of 14, had spent the last few years in juvenile prison. In front of the parole board, Martis started his plea. This is a highly unacceptable position. I am displeased with my actions and request an appeal on this unjust judgment. I understand that the censorship of the sun, due to the incredible number of cumulonimbus clouds, caused a drop in temperature, which led to me accidentally calling the SWAT team on my family. But I am unwilling to accept that a coat would not have solved the issue. The end. Such a dumb story. It was so dumb. Patrick says, how about this? Another chapter in my life is all done. The last day before my trip, and the sun gives me an incredible gift and burns the hell out of me. So much so that I need a whole censorship sign to put over my mouth every time I rub my skin against something. Oh, Patrick, listen, I had sunscreen. I offer you sunscreen every single time we go on a ride, and you're like, no, I'm good. I don't need it. You need sunscreen. Where's sunscreen? Patrick. Ethan says, so good. Mars should be best friend to Stuart Griffin. Seriously, that's what I was thinking of. That was a good story. Patrick says, I know I need to be less stubborn. Yeah, I think you do. But hey, this was a wonderful little time, huh? Did you guys have fun? I certainly had fun. I always love doing this. Honestly, there's something just really, really nice about this. And this setup and the way that we're doing this. So I really hope to do this again. I don't know, let's say same time next week. Does that work for you guys? Works for me. So 5 o'clock, say next Wednesday. Does that work? Yeah, let's do it. So let us get this music off here and instead put on some good little bops here. There we go. So with that, thank you so much to every single person who is here today, every person who submitted today. I really, really appreciate you for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday for more writing. I'll also see you on Friday for Back to the Future Part 2, which I'm very, very excited for, I gotta say. It's gonna be very fun. But in the meantime, guess what? We're gonna go raid a brand new friend of the channel. Brand new. Should be pretty cool, so go give them some positivity from me. And let's see, we got some things in the chat. Let's see. Okay, well, I will check in with you guys next stream. Next time will definitely be out of my home state. Yes, definitely. Patrick, good luck. You got this. Enjoy every second of it. It's gonna be amazing. You got this. Deep breath. You got this. I'm proud of you. I will see everybody here next week for more writing. Oh, and Friday for Back in the Future. But go give, we have Chaos Crypt. Go give them some love from me. And I will see y'all in the next one. Stay positive, everybody.